Hey, it's JC here. JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue. That is Toledo, Ohio. 43617-419-531-6097. Instagram at JC's Comics and More. And then www.jcscomicsandmore.com and jcscomicsandmore at Hotmail. Before we get on to the video, and Chuck's already done his job. I already had Chuck slice the boxes open because he's a little under the weather right now. I just want to bring up the Wonder Woman 750, and some of the other upcoming anniversary issues, 80th anniversary issues DC's doing, like they're doing, I'm sure, they're doing Joker, Catwoman, and Robin. Excuse me. I got a customer, really good customer. I respect him a lot. I might give him crap on here. You know, I give him crap all the time, but I respect him a lot that he came up with a really good idea with these 80th anniversaries. They're cool, but there should be stories that, I mean, if you're going to do a 1980s cover or a 1960s or a 1940s cover, do a 1940s or a 1960s, story in here. Do something in here. Kind of you're celebrating this great history of these characters. Do a 1960s story where she had lost her powers. I mean, you've got this cover here. People might be interested. Or even, perhaps better yet, reprint some of those stories. Those stories were self-contained issues. And guess what? If you reprinted these stories, DC, you could sell these a little bit cheaper. And if you sell them a little bit cheaper, I bet, this might be stupid to say. It might be just me talking out of my, but I certainly bet people might buy all 10 covers if they were cheaper. If they were, say, rather than $9.99, because that's a Marvel move there. Rather than $9.99, if they're $5.99 or $6.99, more people would probably be more motivated to buy all the covers, which would make you happier because you're selling more, and make the retailers happier, so we're not stuck with unwanted product. But again, the customer, like I said, thought it would be a really good idea. It should be. But you got editors that aren't thinking that way. They're thinking cool covers, but they're not thinking, hey, how about we actually embrace our history, celebrate our history. That's food for thought for in the future, though, DC. Think about it. Think it long and hard. Embrace your history. This box, we've got some air. Let's see what else we have in this box. This is a smaller box. The larger box down here does have some damage to it. We've got this here from Dustin Wynn. Batman Tales, Once Upon a Crime, sort of fairy tales. Batman Fairy Tales. And then we see we've got a promo for Lock and Key. If we get this open, let me show this to you. This is going to be on Netflix, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of heat on those trades. If you guys are interested in these trades, let me know, and I will get them in. I'm not necessarily going to just buy these trades because the comics, just because they're on Netflix or movies or whatever, they don't necessarily sell any better because a lot of people just don't care about the source material. The Wolverine launch party, that's going to be on the 19th of February. We're going to have lots of great stuff there. We got some other promo posters. Going to have to put some in my, change up my promo posters. Here we've got, I'll have to make sure I get a copy of this over to Checkmate Games and Hobbies here in the St. James Plaza. They're a really great shop. They do a good job with Hero Clicks and Magic and D&D and stuff like that. So I always order an extra copy of this just to give to them because these are free. So just my way of just trying to do what I can. This is cover B of the new Joker. And again, hate these boxes. Again, whoever thought about these boxes, they should have to dig their own grave. And then, take it from there. But this is cover B on Joker and Harley Quinn. That doesn't really look like Harley. It looks like Joker and Black Canary. Looks like that's Black Canary right there. But I think this is a 9-issue series, if I remember correctly. Let's see what else is in this box. We've got some of the Lock and Key bookmarks. So buy anything Joe Hill related and ask for a bookmark. Okay. Looks like get this box out of the way. Get this box cracked open quickly, and then I'll grab that. Oh, look. Oh. I should have. This was packed in this box that way. Luckily, the person who's getting this, he just wants to read the comics, but that's, again, you got convicted felons packing these boxes. I'm going to pause this quickly. Okay, somebody calling, wanting to sell some Tekken comics or figures. Nothing I can do there. We got these back in stock. Batman Who Laughs hardcovers. Had a couple of customers taking advantage of the shop's post-Super Bowl sale yesterday. Today is the last day of that post-Super Bowl sale. We'll be open until 9 tonight, maybe even a little bit later. Since the Chiefs won, stuff like trade paperbacks and hardcovers are 15% off. Now, if you buy 6 of any kind, like 6 trade paperbacks, 6 hardcovers, they're 20% off. 6 action figures, 6 pop figures, 20% off, as opposed to 15% off. Got this epic collection. This is volume 1 of the Silver Surfer. Got this back in stock. Stuff like the comics in the red bins are 35% off if you pull at least 8 copies out. But again, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Andy Reid, of course, was the coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, but he's a really good coach. I mean, if Andy would have left the Eagles and wanted to go to the Cowboys, I would say, yes, sir, please, please. But let's see what's in this box here. And again, as stated, you can see this bottom corner here. There might be some ugly stuff in that box. And this is kind of a Marvel move here. But to come out with the Harleen series just ended. But they have come out with the hardcover already. And the hardcover, it's kind of a little hard. I don't know if you can see. Seems to be a cutaway cover, so you're getting a real glare on that, but I don't know if you can see that there. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. You can see how it's split. You know, that's pretty nice. So we have those available. Here's the cover A's of the Harley. Look, of the Joker Harley. Again, move this up. Again, whoever thought that's a good idea to put the logos at the bottom, you know, they should be taken out. Here's what needs to happen. You round up the people that thought there was a good idea to put logos at the bottom. Round up whoever thought it was a good idea to design and to make these. You make them dig each other's graves. There you go. There you go. That's the thing. Make them do that. And then you record it for the internet, and it'll be great fun for the rest of us. Be entertainment. We've got this here, Marvel, We Are Superheroes. This is something that we like to order. You know, it's $20 or $16.99. I think it should be a little bit cheaper, but something for younger readers that we get in. Although I wouldn't say that she's a role model at all. You know, you might discourage people from wanting to read comics by putting her in there. She's an awful character, but you got some really great characters there. You got Miles. You got Squirrel Girl. The squirrels are pretty tasty, especially in a orange sauce. Black Panther, Ms. Marvel, We Are Superheroes. You got Doctor Strange, you've got Riri, you've got Hawkeye. But this is something that we get in because we know that there's parents that come in, or grandparents, or aunts, uncles. So we got these books here, you know, so that they can, you know, cultivate that new generation. Okay, more air. I see Crimes of Passion. DC's Crimes of Passion. I see Dick's in trouble. Dick, you don't want to get in between Batman and Catwoman in the Bat Pole. No, sir. You better watch it there, buddy. You'll get the smackdown put down on you. But this is a 80-page giant for $10, and no ads, and you get lots of different stories in there. So we didn't order very many of those, so don't wait too long. Order more than the 2, but let's see what we got in here. I try to order strictly to sell out on those $10 books like that. Here we have Harley Quinn number 70. She's on the WWF. She's taking down Jake the Snake Roberts there and putting a hurt in on him. So that's the cover A on that one there. I see a Joe Linsner Red Sonja. And, oh, of course, that Crimes of Passion had copies over here on the other side. There's one copy that's on this side here. One copy. You know what? Round up the people who thought it was a good idea to make these boxes. Round up the people who thought it was a good idea to put logos at the bottom. And whoever packs these boxes. Make them all dig their graves and tell them that whoever digs the grave the fastest gets to live. And then you put a bullet in their head too. Give them false hope. And make them think twice next time about doing it. G.I. Joe 270, this is cover A that is set aside for a poll customer. Here we've got, and again, we've got the X-Men and Fantastic Four 1. This is the variant flower cover. The X-Men are proving themselves in this new age to be kind of villainous. You know, they're being dicks, demanding stuff, and yeah. And they're telling Reed and Sue that, oh, Franklin and Valerie, they're going to be with their real family. Yeah, you guys better watch it there. Somebody's going to put the smackdown on you. Here we've got issue 4 of The Magicians. I believe that's for somebody, so that's going to be held aside for him. Here we've got issue 12 of The Magnificent Ms. Marvel. Got some copies of that. Make sure a copy of that gets set aside for one of my pool customers. Conan, The Battle for the Serpent Crown, number 1. So we've got there, you got Miss Fisto. So again, I'll make sure a couple of those copies get set aside for a couple of people that I know are going to want that, because we will sell out of that Conan. I order strictly to sell out of Conan these days, because after about a week or two, it has no market left. Fat Blade, issue number 6 of season 4, finally. We've got that. And that is set aside for somebody. Mr. J is going to be very happy. You'll be very happy, Mr. J. Justice League Odyssey number 18. Darkseid is back. Well, yeah, that is Darkseid's back. I see Red Agent. Got a lot of people waiting on the Red Agent. The issue 2. And then it's cover C. It's not double D's. It's just regular C. And again, here's an example. Justice League Odyssey. Got 4 copies here. I ordered more than 4 copies. Where are my other 4 copies? You know, people probably wonder why I'm critical of the people packing these boxes. That's why. I got to play Where's Waldo with the rest of my comics. Black Cat number 9. Look, the old knuckleheads guest starring in Black Cat. They're trying to increase their sales. Wolverine doesn't really increase sales any longer. It used to be at one time, but when you overuse an oversaturated character, it burns people out. But it has a great J. Scott Campbell cover on it, so that's good enough for me to set some copies aside for some really good customers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 3 of 5. This is one of the helmet variants. This is so I know of a couple of people that are going to want those copies, so I make sure those copies are set aside for those individuals. Here we've got Nomen Omen number 5. This is cover B on Nomen Omen. Lois Lane number 8. Cover B. We order just one copy of that these days. Oh, there's the rest of my... I see the rest of my Justice Leagues are on this other side here. Young Justice number 13, the Mike Grell cover. Very, very good cover by Mike Grell. And this is the 1 per store variant for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Turtles number 3. Here we oh look, yet another Crime of Passion. So these are in four different areas. Again, people will probably wonder why I'm so critical with them and want them to dig their own graves. There you go. You know, I have no problem pulling that trigger, but this is damaged. And then for whatever reason, they got a cardboard piece there. And we've got more damage. I see We've got lots of damaged comics here. Vengeance Vampirilla number 5. This is cover A's. Cover A's are all damaged. Predator Hunters 3. Cover A. I've got one copy not damaged. The Incredibles. This is Incredibles 2, issue 1. Those are okay. And pull the rest of these books out. And look at these. These books are damaged. Yeah, pretty much every single Ant-Man is damaged. I didn't order many of those, so I'll have to be sure to get on the horn to Diamond so they can get me out copies ASAP. But all damaged. These ants got smashed. Of course, my Justice League Odysseys. Let's take a look at them. Looks like there's a couple of copies are damaged. So not a good way to start February. Yondu. Yondu number 5. Those are okay. Make sure I set a copy aside for one of my pool customers. Batman. Excuse me. This is issue 3 of the Batman 100-page Giant. Those are okay. And we do have one Ant-Man that's okay. I'm going to pause this really quickly. Okay, we're back. I see I got 12 minutes. So I've got to put this into overdrive and get these books taken care of quickly. And again, case in point. Again, examples. Diamond. Man, somebody, you need me to come down to that warehouse and crack that whip? I'll do it. I've been pissing people off all my life working for me. I have no problem doing that. I ordered 3 copies of this. 1 copy's here. Why is not all 3 copies together? Why? Set this copy aside. I've got, like I said, got 3 copies, and I got people that want them. This is cover 3 of Red Agent 3. You know, now you're just really pissing me off, Diamond. Young Justice number 13. There's the A cover on 13. Here is the A cover on Incredibles 2 number 1. Got Disney Comics and Stories number 10. We set that aside for a customer. Joe Hill House Comics Daphne Byrne number 2. We've got that there. I may have ordered more than 3 copies. We shall see. With this bad packing job, you know, people need to be fired. You need to put heads on pikes. You got the Eric Larson B cover on Captain America the End. Eric Larson also does the stories on the inside. Looking forward to reading that. Eric Larson is a great creator. Lois Lane number 8. That's the A cover on Lois Lane number 8. This book we've not seen in a while. B cover of Isola number 10 from Image. Napoleon Dynamite number 4 cover A. I know somebody that wants that. Make sure that gets set aside for him. He's a big Star Trek fan, so he's going to really be excited to get that. He's the only person buying it these days. Batman number 88. This is the cover B on Batman number 88. So glad to have those. You know, it's not that hard to pack boxes. My God, you don't even need a community college degree to do that. But there's more Batman 88s. So we have Archie, the 10th anniversary of the Merit Life number 6. This is cover A on that. This is a 6-issue series, so the last issue of this series. Here we have one of the incentive cover. This might be a 1 in 10 incentive on Vengeance Vampirilla number 5, is it? Because they don't have anything on the cover, front or back, to let you know. Let's take a look here, see if we can figure out what cover this is. This is issue 5, so we got issue 5. Make sure it gets bagged up. Vamp Blade, issue 6, season 4. Make sure we put that out. Here we have Swordmaster, issue number 8. So I'll make sure a couple of those copies get set aside. I'm going to pause this quickly. And just as I pause that, it stopped ringing. Hey people, here's a news clue for you. You gotta let it ring more than 3 times. It's not super glued to my face. Here we go. This is from Aftershock. The man who, yes, UCK, Uptime. So we've got just a couple copies of that. So if you're interested, don't delay or you'll up yourself. Nomen Omen number 5. This is issue 3, or cover C. This is a special woke edition. So if you've not been woke yet, it'll woke you up. All right. There's Crone number 4 from Dark Horse. That is set aside for a poll customer. Doctor Doom number 5. This series has been a big surprise, very big surprise as far as sales go. So this is Doctor Doom number 5. I will probably most definitely sell out of that, as I have the first 4 copies. People are trying to snag up copies of this, and they're finding it harder and harder to find. Daphne Byrne. This is cover A's of Daphne Byrne. We had the cover B's, and now we got the cover A's. Okay, like I said, Red Sonja number 13. That's cover B. Make sure I set a copy aside for Mr. Joe, who's a big Joe Linsner fan. Mr. Joe, I'm sure you're watching this. And, oh my God. 3 copies. Can't even put all 3 copies together. Really, really, you can't put all 3 copies together. Do you guys at the warehouse? I bet on your shoes it has an L and it has an R. So you know exactly what it goes on your left and right foot. And I bet on your feet you have probably tattooed an L and R, so you know which is your right and your left foot. My God. Bunch of inbred monkeys there. Black Cat number 9. This is the Gwen Stacy variant. So I'll make sure I set a couple copies of that aside for some people. And yes, I am being very critical because, hey, you deal with this. Never used to be that way. Never used to be that way. I mean, my God. Come on, people. Again, packing boxes. I'm not asking you to break down and rebuild a 455 engine. Isola, cover A on issue 10. Crowded, number 11. This is cover B. Make sure that gets set aside for one of my poll customers. We're not asking you to, put boxes together. We're not asking you to run the campaign of a failed political candidate. Issue 3 of 5. This is the cover A on that, so make sure copies get set aside for them. His Copra issue 5 from Image. That's for a poll customer. Oh, look. Here's my other 2 copies of Red Agent. Not even anywhere near the one. Nowhere even close to them. Man, again, you guys can get better workers there, Diamond. I know you can. One of these are going out on the stands. Genlock number 4. Make sure I set this aside for my poll customer from Bowling Green. Here's the B covers on Justice League Odyssey number 18. Got the B covers. Here's the Money Shot number 4. And both those copies get set aside for poll customers. Martian Manhunter number 12, the last issue of the series. That's the A cover. Spider-Man and Venom Double Trouble number 4. Make sure I set a couple of copies of those aside for some pull customers as well. This is the last issue of this kid-friendly series. Savage Avengers. Savage Avengers number 0. It's going to have an A and a B cover. This has some reprints in it. This is the A cover on Savage Avengers number 0. And make sure one of those gets set aside as well. Here's another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. One of those covers there. Again, that gets set aside. Pull the rest of the comics out of this box. And of course, if you guys do like these videos, please subscribe. Thanks for getting everybody that did subscribe. Got us over the 1,000 mark. But subscribe, like, hit the bell for notification, and share. I certainly thank you. Let's get to 1,500 videos. Red Agent number 2, cover A. I'd set aside for my Xenoscope poll customer. Very happy and lucky to have him. A great customer. Here's the Marked, issue number 4. This is cover A on the Marked. And that gets set aside. Gideon Falls. Issue 21, cover B. Look, what? Oh, it's the Trilogy of Terror monster. Again, putting this at the bottom does nothing. Image, come on, you guys have been around 15 years. Come on, quit acting like you're fresh off the boat. Here we've got Usagi Yojimbo number 8 from IDW, and make sure I've got some copies set aside for some people there. Lots of happy Usagi fans. Unbound, issue 4 from Xenoscope. Cover B for the Xenoscope collector, of course. You got Green Lantern number 1. This reprints Green Lantern number 1 from DC. Again, you've got this paper, which is great. You've got stuff. Look, there's a Roy Thomas letter that was in this Green Lantern. It had a Roy Thomas letter. What's great about the DC reprints as opposed to the Marvel, I mean, they're all $3.99, but DC's are $3.99 no matter how many pages. DC is going to be reprinting Detective Comics number 38, the first appearance of Robin, and it's 64 pages. It's $3.99. If it was Marvel, it would be $5.99 at least. These things truly should be cheaper. I wish they were $2 or $1.99. I wish they were, at least $2.99. I could sell more. You would encourage people to buy more. But I'm glad that they're putting these out. You get to relive the old history. Look, The Many Lives of Dobie Gillis. How many people don't know who Dobie Gillis anymore? This might have a spike in Dobie Gillis Google listings. Red Agent. This is cover B of issue 2. Got the end of Captain America. We saw the Eric Larson cover. Here's the A cover on Captain America, the end, and it's a one-shot. It's Cap's last hurrah. And then finally, Kill Whitey Donovan, number 3. This is the cover A from Dark Horse. Make sure we set a copy aside. And again, thanks for watching. And sorry that I getting a little bit loud there, but got to understand. You put up with enough of this crap each week, and there's a breaking point eventually. And Diamond, they need to do it. Diamond, Steve Geppi, you guys need to do something about your warehouses. Get their warehouses in line, please. As a retailer, been doing business with you for 34 years. Get your warehouses in line.